We're talking to Stan Cook. Stan, we've been up here in the northern Yukon as part of a national CTC meeting. You're leading the Brand Experiences group. We've been on an uncommon journey, which is a wonderful dog sledding experience up in the Yukon. But I guess in some ways it's almost like a metaphor for the uncommon journey that we're on presently within the tourism industry. As you leave Brand Experiences, move on to your responsibilities with TIAC as the new chair, are there some things that you're seeing at a federal or a provincial or a local level that you think are good signals for what needs to be done in terms of shifting to the kind of experience we've just had today in the northern Yukon?
Well, we've had an amazing experience today. Everything from participating in dog sledding ourselves to watching the beginning of the Yukon Quest. So I think that offers a wonderful opportunity for us, a practical opportunity that we could see. We had an ability today to go among the mushers, world-class athletes and their dogs, go behind the scenes in a very open and friendly way and experience an incredible event, an event that was totally new to me and to most of the people that came up to the Yukon to see and to witness the start of this world-class dog sledding event. So it was an incredible opportunity and experience in a very, very thought-provoking manner, and it was really, really wonderful that we had the opportunity to do that. So right away, that shows me we had these opportunities and experiences that many of us don't take advantage of or don't realize that it's in our own backyard. So in that regard, I think right across this country we have a lot of opportunities for wonderful experiences to offer people. I think we will see, to answer your question a little bit more clearly, we will see that the Brand Experiences Committee takes this on as part of the mission to help the CTC in developing new experiences and products so that can be marketed internationally and domestically, that people will learn more about what's in their backyard and utilize that to create a more sophisticated itinerary for the guests who really want this type of experience. Most of our guests now, most of the travelers now want to believe and feel like they're getting an authentic experience in the destination, wherever they happen to go in this country, and feel that they're leaving with something that they didn't come with, something a little bit more. So I think the opportunity is very, very strong. I also strongly believe that federally that the CTC will really, really help with that through the various committees. But I think a lot of this stuff really comes from a ground level. I think locally you have to help support the operators, create the itineraries, create the experiences, make them more aware of what they can do and how they can match up what they have in their backyard, in their neck of the woods, what they're offering, how they can be modified or innovated or enhanced to meet the traveler's needs. So the opportunities are there. It's with product development and trying to develop new experiences, especially in the experiential world. I think that's an opportunity that comes from the ground up more so than many things get pushed down. So I think we've got to get together and work on both sides. It's a possibility of our provincial DMOs and our regional tourism industry associations and even our local destination market organizations to come together and help support initiatives so we can make sure the experiences that we're offering the world are the experiences the world is looking for in Canada. So I think the opportunity is there on every single level, Celeste.
Stan, you operate a kayaking company during the summertime. If you look at sort of the direction for experiential travel, what might be a few things that you feel are necessary from a capacity building perspective for local business?
I think we have to get our head around as operators what we have and the wonderful opportunities that we have. We look at our experiences and products sometimes with tired eyes, and we tend to stay in the same ways that we've been selling, the same channels, the same experiences. And I think we have to really take a step outside and listen to the words that our guests use and really use those words and what they're looking for to modify and enhance our experiences that we're offering them. So as an operator, that's what I'm trying to do every season, mid-season, every couple of years in the planning and overhaul planning season. And I'm a very small operator, so the larger companies are out there with teams of people looking at this strategically. I think it's important that we get support for operators through different resources financially, through human resources, through availability of talking to people who can help us make the right decisions and guide us through the knowledge that we have as on-the-ground experienced providers with people that have some different levels of sophistication that we can help reach the customers that are out there who want to experience our product, how we can change the text we use, the images we use, how we reach them, the various mediums that are out there now, this whole new economy and the whole way we reach people now is totally different than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago. So I think that opportunity is critical for us, and I think as operators we have to jump onto that and use the associations and the organizations that are around us to help us move forward with those experiences.
Good advice for any of us, whether it's in Fairland in Newfoundland, whether it's in Manitoba or up here in the Yukon. So obviously the economy, it's turbulent, things are shifting. We know that there are businesses in Canada that are struggling and looking at the next couple of years. Do you have any advice for us in terms of during this time of making things work, that we do continue to adopt the new bottom line, meaning profitability, environmental accountability, and social accountability in terms of everything that we do, and still be able to put food on the table?
It's critical. I think that whole concept and the three pillars you just talked about, of course, are the main pillars of the sustainability of our industry and sustainable tourism. And those three pillars are what holds us up. And I don't think we should. It's not advice. It's my point of view. I hate to say I'm offering you advice, but my point of view would be those three pillars are crucial to our success as individual operators and as a country. I think we have to look at all those three pillars and make sure that when the times are hard, as they are now, and the economy is not as strong as it once was, and things are not as rosy in the future as we hope them to be, I think that we can't skimp or cut back on one because it makes sense to do that we feel economically. We have to be economically viable, but we also have to make sure that we are true to our beliefs environmentally and culturally. So when the times are hard, that's the time to really buckle down and make sure you stay true to your roots and what you should do. And all three can coexist, and people can be economically viable with that. I don't think you have to cut out one and sacrifice that one to help support the others. So I think we should stay the road we're going. It's some of us have gone that road earlier than others. I think it's an opportunity for a marketing ability for us to change how people view us in the world and improve how the world looks at Canada and the experience that we offer. So I think those three major pillars, those three legs of the stool that hold us up, now is more than ever a critical time to absorb those and utilize those and make sure we're following what those three tracks mean.
So what might be a few practical examples of some things that we might do tomorrow, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, over the next month, that really begin to integrate sustainability into our operations?
Well, I think we're seeing now Canada, and we understand how strong Canada's brand is on the world scene. People look at Canada as a sustainable destination. They look at us as a leader in this. And sometimes when you pull back the covers, things aren't quite as bright as they seem. So I think we have to be very cautious that we throw ourselves out there at a very, very high level as being this wonderful, sustainable destination. We have a lot of excellent champions in this from right across the country, from where we are now in the Yukon, down south and out east and out west. So there's lots of places in this country that have wonderful opportunities that exist in the sustainable tourism manner. I think we have to make sure that what we do is what our visitor wants. And I think we have to be true to ourselves and be authentic and be true to our visitor. There's more opportunities now to participate in dialogue, whether it be online or in your province. There's many different institutions that exist out there now that help people, operators like ourselves, as well as DMOs and RTAs and regional economic development officers and the like, to get their head around what the industry needs, what our visitors to Canada are really looking for, and how we can make ourselves into the premier sustainable tourism destination that will help us draw more visitors in. So I think that's the way we have to go, and the opportunities exist more and more every month. The opportunity to connect with your tourism industry association and find out what programs and training is out there. As I said, there's institutions out there from British Columbia to Newfoundland, Labrador, and all the way in between that are really pushing this idea of the sustainability of the industry. And we have world-class experts that are offering itineraries to show people the opportunities they can go forward with, and they're also offering wonderful training opportunities for people to sit down and in a short period of time get very heavily focused training in sustainable tourism. So I think that's be wiser, spend your time wiser. We don't all have as much money as we once had. Not that we had a lot of money as a small business, a small tourism business, but I think the opportunities out there now exist are much stronger than they ever were.
So from changing a light bulb to making sure that the way we get our water, the way we run our business and operate, Canada is truly an uncommon place where uncommon journeys are available. And certainly we wish you well on your uncommon journey as TIAC's new chair. Thanks so much, Stan.
Thanks, Les.